Good afternoon from my part of the world. I trust your day has been good. It's still morning for some of you, so hello. How is your morning going? Don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. Yes, I know you are highly educated and I salute you. But how are you influencing people with that knowledge? How are you impacting lives? Starting with those around you. Don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. How you are able to influence others to live positively. Transformation is happening because of you. Don't tell me the places you've worked. You might have worked at heaven, but we need those who can work here to transform lives. If all we have is just the certificates, no wonder we have economics in government, in institutions, and yet things are not the way it's expected to be. Is the purpose of education just to get certificates? To write papers, yet no inventions? Don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. I've worked with people as a licensed psychosocial counselor. People who are highly educated, who are doing so well with humanity, and I salute them. Some have 2 PhDs, and you watch their character. You watch them, the better human they are becoming, and all you can say is Okondo to even go back to school. Yeah. In as much as I've equally worked with people, encounter people who have, awesome papers, and yet they went to school, got all the accolades. Unfortunately, the school couldn't go through them. I've equally encountered people who can't even write their names, meaning they're unlettered. But hey, the wisdom in here, you can't take them for granted. So no mean and one can show some go school down Jim Depot. Yeah. So what are we saying? Don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. How people's mindsets are renewing because they happen to be around you, the highly educated one. If everybody around you is supposed to behave like you do, what community will you build with all the certificates? If everybody around you is behaving like you do, then what community would you build with all the certificates? What community would you build with all the certificates around? With all your certificates, what community would you build? If everybody around you is behaving like you do, how would that community be? And yet you're highly educated. In a world where people are often measured by titles, certificates, and affiliations, it is easy to forget that true greatness cannot be framed or laminated. It cannot be measured. It is easy to forget that true greatness cannot be framed or laminated. We live in an age where paper qualification has become the currency of validation. Degrees, awards, and job titles are paraded as proof of worth. Hey, wako school pao, and so what? Beautiful profile on paper, beautiful papers, no invention, no transformation, no impact. In that small village there, what has been your impact with all your education, with all of your profile, beautiful profile on paper? What impact have you made in that small village that you were crowned as a hero? Because what could school pa into the position in my in for so bang the nipa no? What difference have you made that when we put those who are not educated and we also put you there, the difference will be crystal clear. In a world where people are often measured by titles, hey, you don't know her, she is there, who cares? That even the people around you who work with you can't have a decent relationship with you because you don't know the difference between a leader and a boss, and yet you are highly educated. Oh, you don't know him, he's highly educated. Who cares? How transformed is your education making on the people around you? We live in an age where paper qualification have become the currency of validation. Degrees, awards, and job titles are paraded as proof of worth. Nti nipa na yɛ nyinaa anim na ɔnenam hɔ no, all of a sudden because he got government appointment afei wayɛ nyansanim a ɔkasa obi anka bi. Yet none of these necessarily reflect the substance of a person's contribution to humanity. We know he doesn't have character, and yet we give him a position because he's highly educated. And the position can't bring any transformation to anybody around him. People will buy into you before they support whatever you are doing. So your certificates are awesome, I salute you. But the certificate alone can't transform any society, any community, any association, any fellowship. It can't do anything. It is the person you are becoming. None of these necessarily reflects the substance of a person's contribution to humanity. That is why we are still where we are. Hence the statement, don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. Show me your inventions, not the papers you've written or the places you've worked. We've seen them all. People who have worked at places that even when you hear, you feel like saluting. And yet you get one-on-one with them, get closer to them and ask, where is that leadership? Where is that leadership? You feel like bowing just because of places they've worked, just because of the beautiful profile they have on paper. But you get closer to them and realize it's a no, no, no. So don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. Can your spouse and your children say you have become a better human because of your certificates? Show me your inventions. Don't show me the papers you've written or the places you've worked. That small position you were giving at that village, that small city, what impact have you made on others? You have a beautiful profile on paper, yes, I salute you, but what impact are you making on humanity? This statement calls for a reawakening, a return to what truly matters. Impact over image and results over recognition. Aren't you tired of people we see as creme de la creme and yet they bring nothing to bear? People we see and all we have to do is to say, lead us because you are the supposedly creme de la creme. The highly educated and yet they bring nothing to bear. No leadership, no foresight, no vision. True value lies in what you create, not what you collect. True value lies in what you create, not what you collect. When you work with people as a psychosocial counselor, people are highly educated. And even some of these people guiding them to do a personal statement for their own lives. And you wonder, people are highly educated. So is the education just the certificates we acquire? Just narrow-minded. There is here with school and no, nothing about the broader aspect of life. You leave them outside the confines of what they studied and they are found wanting. Leadership is a not. Personal relationship is a not. Emotional intelligence is a not. So why are you showing me your certificates? I don't want them. I want your impact on humanity. True value lies in what you create, not what you collect. A certificate may tell me what you studied, and that's why I'm saying I salute you for that. A certificate may tell me what you studied, but not what you've solved. Two different things. Your certificate may tell me, it may show me what you studied, and I salute you for studying that. But that can't show me the problems you've solved in this life. It may prove that you passed the examinations, and I salute you. But not that you can transform lives, that you can bring any meaningful change to anywhere. Knowledge locked in paper and titles is like water stored in a jar but never poured out to quench anyone's thirst. Knowledge locked in paper and titles. The knowledge is just locked in paper and titles. Brofwa keseni account wotra ni no change, no invention, no innovation, no leadership. It's just like water stored in a jar, but never poured out to quench anyone's thirst. The true essence of learning is in its application. The true essence of learning is in its application. I met someone who was angry. So angry because he sat in the proceedings, and sometimes when you listen to the arguments of our learned friends, even their arguments, and you are tempted to ask, how did you get that certificate? The true essence of learning is in its application, in how it elevates others, solves real problems, and brings light where there was once darkness. If all we get from school, from education, is certifications, we've wasted money, we've wasted time. If education can't solve problems and all we get is certificates, then it's a wasted time and resources. The true essence of learning is in its application, in how it elevates others, solves real problems, and brings light where there was once darkness. And that is why many of the people who are highly educated are working for those who are not highly educated. They think, they use the brain. Whereas many of the educated people, all they get is the certificates. And you see, when we tempted to equate education and higher positions with wisdom, we miss it. In our regular secular jobs, where there is a line of progression and everything is already standardized, people can hold positions for years. It has nothing to do with their personality. The structures are already existed for them. If you want to weigh people on leadership, go to their small communities and see how they are leading. Yeah. Go to their small communities, their small villages where they are giving positions because of that accreditations, and see how they are leading and see the change, the transformation they are bringing to people's lives there. That is how you can assess their leadership, not the places they worked where things are already structured for them. So they come and huna you with where they've worked, their accolades, their titles, and their beautiful profiles on paper. And you get closer to them and realize, no, this is not leadership. The world is filled with educated individuals. But what the world desperately needs are inventive minds. People that you give them power, give them position, and they bring change. They are able to change people's mindsets to do things that they wouldn't have done. Not just to parade with their certification and leave places bad than even when they took over. Don't show me your certificates. I'm tired of them. I've seen enough. As a psychosocial counselor, I've worked with people who have 2 PhDs. And yes, sometimes guiding these people to even write a personal mission statement for their lives is a problem. And yet their profile on paper is amazing. The Okosua with school narrow-minded. I thought the purpose of education was to open a closed mind. So we have open mind that will be able to think. But these people, some of them are beautiful, amazing. But the majority of them, all they have are these certificates. They can't interrogate, they can't question, they can't think outside the box. And it's so difficult. How can we have economics in economy, putting them at advantage places, and yet economy can collapse? It tells you the certificate alone is not enough for us as a people. The world is filled with educated individuals. You see people's profiles and better for me also because beautiful on paper. And yet you get closer to them and realize, no, no, supposedly creme de la creme. And yet they can't bring any change, any transformation anywhere. And don't tell me where you've worked. Because when structures are already put in place and you are running through with a line of progression, that is not leadership. Leadership is bringing order to where there was once disorder, where there was once chaos, where there was once no vision, no direction, and you've been able to bring vision, direction. That is leadership. Not holding a job title and expecting us to see you as a leader because the structure is already in place for you. Where people have to obey before they complain, that is not leadership. The world is filled with educated individuals, beautiful profile. But what it needs are inventive minds. Those who use their knowledge to build, to innovate, and to make things better than they found them. Any position you are given and you leave the place in chaos than you met it, you haven't exhibited leadership. Emotional intelligence, 0. Who cares about your certificates? Leadership qualities, 0. Who cares about your certificate? Those who use their knowledge to build, to innovate, and to make things better than they found them, those are the people we have to salute because of their education. The people you better from and so because they are highly educated. Those are the people we can consider creme de la creme. Don't show me your certificate. Show me your leadership. Show me your impact on humanity. Show me how you are able to reconcile your certification with getting to the level of people and raising them up to your level. To balance that gap. How you meet people. And because of your certificate, your leadership, your background, you are able to bring these people to your level of reasoning, to your level of thinking, and to your level of commitment. What they wouldn't have done, but because of you, they do it. People will buy into you before they buy into your leadership. So what human are you becoming because of your certificates? What human are you becoming because of your certificates? Don't show me your certificates. I've seen enough of them. And now my soul bleed. You work with people who can't even write their name. But the wisdom they bring. And then you turn around and see people highly educated and yes, chaotic everywhere. Highly educated. Legacy is built through impact. Legacy is built through impact. So school need you. But it is not just in the certificates, in the impact you build, in the better human you are becoming because of your education. Legacy is built through impact. History remembers those who did. History remembers those who did, not merely those who studied. Thomas Edison was not known for where he worked, but for what he invented. What have you invented in that small area, in that small village, in that small community, in that small association? What change, what transformation have you brought? Don't show me your certificates, I won't buy them. Show me your impact. Nelson Mandela's power came not from certificates, but from character, sacrifice, and lives he transformed. The same can be said of countless change makers whose legacies are written not in ink, but in the hearts of the people they touched. Impact is the highest form of education. Impact is the highest form of education. And you see, people are not highly educated. And the impact they are making, and you don't even care. You don't even dare to ask about the educational background because all you can see is their impact. And yet some carry their educational certificates on their foreheads because they don't have any impact to show. Certificates fade. Certificates fade, but influence endure. What are people doing that they were not doing, but they are doing them because of you? Influence endures, but certificates fade. A certificate can open a door, but impact keeps it open for others. You can be recognized in offices and boardrooms, but true success is when your name is remembered for how you made people feel. How you made people feel. How you improve systems. The system you went to meet that was so bad, that was so chaotic, how you're able to fix it. That is what people remember, not the confusion and the commotion and the division you brought. How you improve systems, how you put your ego on the line so you can serve humanity. A certificate can open a door, but impact keeps that door open. It keeps that door open for others. You can be recognized in offices and boardrooms because of your certificates. But true success is when your name is remembered for how you made people feel, how you improved systems, how your ideas outlived you, how people can remember just a mention of your name and people remember the change, the love, the unity, the togetherness, the bond you brought, not the division and the confusion, the chaos that you brought, how your ideas outlived you. The world does not progress through paper credentials. It moves forward through action, innovation, and kindness put into action or into motion. Aren't we tired of certificates? The world does not progress through paper credentials. It moves forward through action, innovation, and kindness put into action. So don't show me your certificates, show me your impact. That small village that you are given a position there because of your education, because of your certificates, because of your government appointment, what impact are you bringing to the people there? What transformation is happening because of you? How are the mindset of the people changing because you became their leader? We must therefore shift our focus from accumulating qualifications to cultivating significance. We must shift our focus from accumulating qualification. The qualifications are good. So with medical school, you can go until you die, and we salute you. But become a better human. And let your focus be to impact others, not just to gather paper qualifications. Let your life's work speak louder than your resume. Let your life's work speak louder than your resume. Every paper you write is supposed to solve a problem, and yet where are the inventions? Where are your inventions for humanity to benefit from? We are tired of the papers you've written. What are the change you are bringing? Let your skills and service become the testimonial of your existence, not the paper credentials. Let your life's work speak louder than your resume. If you are to visit your workplace, what testimony will people give about you? You're highly educated, we know, but how are you making impact on humanity? Let your skills and service become the testimonial of your existence. As individuals, we must strive not just to learn, but to apply. That is why I come to a place that all I can say is that applied knowledge that is power, not knowledge. Because I can knowledge in Kwadia, and can knowledge and kofa jego mutim so mutipai, but knowledge in from Fasubia Nubia. We must strive not just to learn, but to apply what we learn. Even the people in your small circle couldn't profit from the knowledge. Not just to succeed personally, but to lift others through success. We must move from chasing recognition to building relevance. The time has come to redefine what it means to be qualified. The time has come to redefine what it means to be qualified. The best qualification is usefulness. The best qualification is usefulness. The highest certificate is the positive change you bring to the world. Should I repeat? The time has come to redefine what it means to be qualified. The best qualification is usefulness. The highest certificate is the positive change you bring to the world. So the next time someone asks who you are or what you have achieved, don't point to your certificates, point to your contributions. Don't tell me where you have worked. Tell me what you have built. Don't show me papers. Show me people whose lives are better because you existed. Don't show me your papers. Don't tell me where you've worked. Don't show me that beautiful profile on paper. I won't look at them. Show me people whose lives are better because you existed. I'm not saying giving money. I'm not talking about the people who have become students. The people who are moving at your beck and call just because you throw things at them. The people's mindsets have changed, whose lives have transformed because you have, under your watch, their mindsets are renewed. People's lives are better because you existed. People that at the end of the day, their lives have become transformed because you existed. Because at the end of the day, the true measure of a life well lived is not the papers hanging on a wall, but the lives that stand taller because of your impact. The small shop you have, just the two people you work with, look at how you treat them. And yet you want me to see you as highly educated. Just two people to manage. Two people. In your workplace, you enter your office and everybody wants to hide. And yet you're highly educated. You can't unify people. You can't bring people together. Everywhere you go, there's confusion. And yet you're highly educated. You have a beautiful, beautiful profile on paper. And yet you are not becoming a better human because of your education. At the end of the day, the true measure of a life well lived is not the papers hanging on the wall, but the lives that stand taller because of your impact. Yes, you are well educated, but how have you impacted lives with your education? How have you impacted lives with your education, starting with those around you? Sometimes you sit back and watch people who are older, who are well educated, who are supposed to know better, and yet the hypocrisy is so loud that your spirit repels them. They can't speak truth to anything. Education at its core is meant to be a tool for transformation, not just personal elevation. Education at its core is meant to be a tool for transformation, not just personal elevation, but collective betterment. It is not simply about earning degrees, passing exams, or acquiring titles. It's about learning how to think, how to serve, and how to solve. Yet today, what do we see? Many boast of being educated, while the evidence of that education remains invisible in their communities and relationships. Many boast of being educated, while the evidence of that education remains invisible in their communities and relationships. So yes, you are well educated, but how have you impacted lives with your education, starting with those around you? Education should begin with the heart. Education should begin with the heart. The measure of true education is not in how well you can speak or how polished your grammar is, but in how you use what you know to make life better for others. Education without compassion, humility, and service is incomplete. A true educated person is not the one who dominates conversations with intellectual superiority, but the one who listens, teaches, uplifts, and empower others through understanding and empathy. empathy. Your education should make you more human, not more distant. It should connect you to people, not separate you from them. So you're highly educated, and we salute you, but start with those closest to you. Before trying to change the world, start by changing the environment around you. How have you used your education to guide your siblings, support your colleagues, or uplift your community? Sometimes the greatest expression of learning is not in speeches or presentations, but in acts of quiet mentorship. Helping a child read, teaching a friend to plan financially, showing others to how to think critically instead of blindly following. Real education starts at home, in your circle, in your daily interactions. It is in how you resolve conflicts intelligently, how you communicate respectfully, and how you demonstrate integrity when no one is watching. Education is not for show, it is for service. Education is not for show, it is for service. Too often, people use the education as a badge of superiority rather than a platform for service. But education does not produce solution. Education that does not produce solution is wasted knowledge. So don't show me your papers, show me your inventions. Education that does not produce solutions is wasted knowledge. The world does not need more informed minds who do nothing. It needs enlightened hearts who do something. Ask yourself, dear sir, highly educated, we salute you, but ask yourself, how has your education reduced ignorance? How has your education in your small community reduced ignorance, poverty, or injustice? Even in a small way. Have you taught others what you know? Have you used your knowledge to innovate, volunteer, or to advocate for what is right? Have you used your knowledge to innovate, volunteer, or advocate for what is right? Your education becomes meaningless if you can't impact others. Your education only becomes meaningful when it is shared, when it brings light to others, not just recognition to you. So, yes, knowledge is power only when it is applied. So, we salute you for being educated. Addition heading, we accept it, but let your knowledge profit humanity, not just to be in certificates. The saying knowledge is power is incomplete. Knowledge is only potential power. Each true power lies in application. An educated mind that does not act is like a lamp hidden under a basket. It shines for no one. It shines for no one. The difference between a scholar and a leader is not how much they know, but how much they do with what they know. What are you doing with what you know? You are highly educated, we salute you. But what are you doing with what you know? The people around you, how are you transforming their lives because you know the best, because you know better? How much are you transforming lives with your education? If your education has not helped you think creatively, act responsibly, and inspire others to do the same, then it has not fulfilled its purpose. Should I repeat? If your education, if my education has not helped us think creatively, act responsibly, and inspire others to do the same, then it has not fulfilled its purpose. Then all we got are just certificates. They are just papers. Education must leave footprints. Education must leave footprints. Your certificates may open doors, but your impact keeps those doors open for others. True education must leave footprints, visible marks of change, empowerment, and progress. People should look at you, no school, that they want to get more knowledge because you are transforming lives, making impact, not just beautiful profile on paper. And yet you can't think critically. You can't bring any change to where you are. Oh, hi, Stephen. Thank you for being on. Oh, hi, my mama. Thank you for being on. Yes, Stephen. You're bred with so much beautiful profiles on paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't you know who I am? I am so and so. Who cares? How is that education, that beautiful profile on paper, transforming lives? Beautiful papers being written, and yet no inventions. Giving economy to economics, and yet the economy runs at ground zero. 2 PhDs, three master's degrees, and yet no transformation. Beautiful papers written, no inventions. The small community that you were given a position because of your education, because of your government appointment, what change have you brought to the people there? What transformation have you brought there? True education must leave footprints, visible marks of change. All of a sudden, people get position and now they are wiser than everybody. And yet you are not leading right. You don't understand education. The purpose of education is not being applied. True education must leave footprints, visible marks of change, empowerment, and progress. So as you celebrate your achievements, pause and reflect. Who has benefited from your knowledge? Whose life is easier, clearer, or more hopeful because of your education? If all you have is your certificate, that beautiful profile on paper, then that is not the purpose of education. Because in the end, education is not about how much you have learned, but how much you have given back. Start with those around you and let your learning become lights for others to walk by. Because education that does not touch lives is only information. But education that transforms others, that is wisdom in action. So don't tell me how educated you are. Show me how educated you are. Don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. Show me your impact on others. Don't expect the world to measure you by your titles, certificates, and affiliations. Let's see how transformed the people around you are. And return to what truly matters: impact over image and results over recognition. Read people's papers they've written, and you ask yourself, why is there no invention? Is all the learning in writing papers? A certificate may only tell the world what you studied, but not the problems you've solved. With all these papers, why are there no inventions? Why are there no problem solvers? It may prove that you passed the examinations, you did well, but not that you can transform lives, you can bring any change anywhere. So don't show me your certificates. If upon all your certificates, you can't lead right, you don't even know a difference between a boss and a leader, why do you show me your certificates? Show me your impact on others. Knowledge locked in paper and titles is like water stored, stored in a jar but never poured out to quench anyone's thirst. So people around you are thirsty, ignorant, and naive, and yet you are the supposedly creme de la creme. And yet that knowledge is stored in a jar, never poured out to quench other people's thirst. Don't show me where you've worked, that beautiful profile on paper. Show me your impact on others. Show me your impact on others. How people's mindsets are renewed because they are around you. How people are becoming better humans because you are highly educated and you happen to be leading them right. The true learning of the true purpose of education is in its application, in how it elevates others. So don't show me your certificates. Please show me your impact. The true essence of learning is in its application, how it solves real problems and brings light to where there was once darkness. And yes, na school ne nko ara keke na yɛbɛkɔ na yɛnya certificates na yɛde aboaboa yɛn ho. Because we are adwuma bi mu panyin nti, everybody is supposed to bow to your whims and caprices because now all of a sudden all wisdom rests in you. Then you will miss it. Because you just got a government appointment, so you are intelligent than everybody around you. Don't show me your certificates. Don't show me your titles. Show me your impact on others. How you are transforming lives. Show me your impacts on others. There is so much ignorance and naivety around. So how is it comfortable for the selected few who are the highly educated, who are the creme de la creme, to think that education is just for their transformation without applying it, without transforming lives? How can we lock knowledge in paper and titles? The knowledge is just locked in papers and titles, like a water stored in a jar, never poured out to quench anyone else's thirst. And you encounter some of these people and they can't interrogate, they can't question, they can't lead right, and yet they're highly educated. How is that possible? They can't solve real problems. Emotional intelligence is zero. Leadership is zero. And yet, they are the supposedly creme de la creme. Attention to details is zero. So yes, don't show me your certificates. Although I salute you for having that beautiful profile on paper. I salute you, I respect you for them. But please don't show me your certificates. Show me your impact on others. Show me the transformation you brought to that small place you were given a position. Show me the impact you brought to people's lives. How people are able to be themselves. How people are able to support the good things you are doing because they buy into your person. But if your certificate itself will make people, it separates people from you because you didn't build character along the certification. All you have is your certificates, then how can we improve? How can lives around you be transformed? Because you're highly educated, you are so arrogant. You don't have character. All you have is the certificates. Because you've risen through your job and you have higher position, you think you are better than everybody. Your job description doesn't show your leadership qualities because those are standardized. There are some setups that you are obey before complain. So people don't come to you because you're a good leader. They come to you because you are their boss. Even if they don't respect you, they are still supposed to work with you. That is not leadership. In that small setup that you are given a position, that people were so ignorant and they are looking up to you. How have you raised these people up to your level to change their mindset, to cause them to support what you do positively? That is leadership. Not your job titles and descriptions where leadership is already standardized. That people would have to work with you whether they like you or not. Whether you are leading them right or not, they will still have to submit to your authority. That doesn't bring out leadership. Show me the impact you've made on others, not just your certificates. So until I come your way again, I say, think about these things. Think about these things. Think about these things. In the comment section there, let me hear you. Thank you for being on, Mama. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Stephen. I'm so grateful. Yes, leadership, education is supposed to profit humanity. Before we get from it is certificates, then it's a wasted effort. Thank you, everybody, for watching. In the comment section there, let me hear from you too. We can do more, we can become more, and we can give more. It begins with you and I. Until I come your way again, I say much love and blessings.